No, okay. Okay, so now a Horizon report for the closed electoral area directors committee meeting. Okay, so we've got that. Do we need a motion on that?
Motion, yeah.
Okay, motion moved and seconded. Call a question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. Number 5 is a consent agenda.
Yes, move the consent agenda.
Yep, seconded. Call a question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. Now we go business arising from the minutes.
I know, it's freaking freezing and the bathrooms are even worse. Look at
It's nice.
Guaranteed to be too hot or too cold.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Perfect.
that. Business arising from the minutes.
That's-
I made a note, we agreed to go to a public hearing on the bylaw area B, there's 2. And I asked for it to be in person or hybrid. And for you to be the alternate, that was
Yeah.
captured that you were the alternate, but the in-person or hybrid was not captured, and I'm wondering, is that a big problem for staff that it was so quiet when I asked for that? I just want to assure that we can do that.
Do you have specific info on that? Go ahead if you do.
Yeah, through the chair, I believe the reason for that was just so that it was going to be a public meeting and that the conversation was captured around it being covered in both, but we felt that it didn't need to be specified within the resolution.
No.
That staff didn't know the direction based on the conversation.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so that will happen now, okay. Thank you very much. I'm relieved,
Okay.
I'm delighted. Okay,
So do we need anything on that? No. Okay. Number 7, staff reports and other business, CAO verbal update.
Nothing this morning, Chair, or this afternoon, no.
This is your last.
Your last chance to do this. It is.
Yes. Can you make something up?
say that we're,
Yeah.
Like it was a joy working with the EAD committee.
we are deeply saddened by your departure, but we wish you the best.
Thank you. It's a two-way street.
Yes. I'll have to keep your phone number so we can talk sports.
There you go.
So
Okay,
next.
July 2023 Select Funds Report. Suzanne? No?
No, Colin's going to join us.
Oh,
Is this Colin? Hi.
hi, Colin.
I feel like I've emailed a few of you, but
Yeah.
not face to face, so
That is chair at the table then.
good morning.
Let's introduce ourselves.
So, yeah, welcome. Nice to see you in person.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you very
Nice to
much.
meet all of you as well.
We're going to introduce ourselves.
I'm Vivian Birch-Jones, Area B Director, and we've kind of introduced ourselves on the email. Welcome,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well.
Tony Rainbow, Area D. Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to meet
It's
you.
always nice to have a face attached to the name.
I know, right? Especially in today with the post-COVID email.
South River Area A.
Nice to meet you.
Russell Mack, Area C. Thanks.
Thank you.
So
And we're at select.
has anybody got any questions on this Select Funds report? Tony?
No, I'm okay.
No, you're okay, you're okay?
Looks good.
Just give me 1 minute. I've lost my agenda. Just bear with me.
And I'm okay, so we'll just wait for Director Bruce Jones.
I don't think I have any questions, but I have to make sure. I don't know how I closed everything off, but I did. And run page starts on 32. I have no questions on the select funds report for 2023. And
Okay, well,
thank you
thank
very
you so
much for
much.
your patience.
So
I know, grilling me a bit.
receipt, move, seconded, call a question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. Thank you very much. That was easy.
I'll do better next time. I usually have questions on select.
Yeah, we'll figure out something to ask you next time, whether we need to or not. And that would be Vivian's job normally.
Well, we have moved money into the Parks Fund. Oh, well,
Okay,
that's another
7.3,
Another conversation.
request for decision, Canada Community Building Fund, previously Gaslight Fund, Community Works Fund,
Oh,
request Area C 2023 project. That'd be recommended to the regional board. That up to 40,000 be allocated to Permanent North Water System Service, CC 2702, from Area C Community Works funds towards the cost of two 150 millimeter water meter replacements. And I will move that. Second it. Call the question, all in favor? Opposed, motion carried. So that's the first that. And then that up to 18,000 be allocated to Darcy Water System Service, CC 2707 from area. Yeah, this, now area, Tony's.
Point of order.
I noticed this when I was reading this, I thought, he is such a good guy.
Yeah, isn't it?
But anyways, we'll change that to Area C. Area C, Community Works funds towards the cost of a new 100 millimeter water meter and 25 millimeter service connection. And I'll move that,
I'll say.
seconded by Tony, who was gonna pay for it, but call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. 7.4, information report, Graviton Trail Development and renaming project update. And who did that?
So the way it works, Colin, you're welcome to sit here for the rest of the day. You know?
I think I was gonna join for the rest of the select service funding and then I might take off. So.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
You're more than welcome to
If
stay by.
I understood Suzanne's messaging at a previous meeting on the community building fund, we should probably make sure that we're assigning these funds in the next year.
Yeah,
Because we're coming to an end in that program.
Yeah, I believe this year's funding was the last round of funding we'll receive from that.
so we have to have it allocated, not necessarily spent.
I don't even know if there's been a hard deadline to allocate it, but they've encouraged us to allocate as much as we can
Yeah,
in the next year or two. So we have other projects that we've started talking about. They just weren't ready to bring to this meeting. So I've been in discussion with some of the other directors that will hopefully bring it forward in
So
September.
you have some on the back burner that you're looking at. I've put forward a couple of ideas. I just didn't know.
for your
Suzanne,
area.
I'm not sure what, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of still an ongoing thing. I don't think we have projects to allocate the entire amount, but there are certainly projects that we would like to push.
Yeah,
forward.
what Suzanne had said to me was, and I talked to Ed, that's where this came from. So they're working on projects in Area C to spend the Area C money. And that will keep coming forward.
maybe they'll go in reverse in the alphabet and come to B next.
Maybe.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
He's got nothing,
Allison.
so it doesn't.
Yeah,
Ah, you're spent out. You have no more money.
I don't think I've got much left.
I do.
You do?
information report, Graviton Trail Development and Renaming Project Update.
Right, so the report just outlines the how the process of the trail development went, and our opening event is on Saturday at 1 p.m. At the top of the Mackenzie FSR, and of course, all board members are welcome to attend. And if you do plan on attending, let me know, because I will be driving you up there. The road is quite rough, so.
I'm coming. One thing that I would like to just mention. In the article in the Peak Magazine. It has, this whole program seems to be under Lillooet. And then we're kind of down at the bottom. I just thought that maybe the article, whoever wrote it, should just understand that the funding did come from the regional district. It was a regional district, an area director's initiative. Yeah, it just seemed that we were kind of. Yeah,
Mm,
not thought of till the end, and it was, we actually initiated the process. So, you know,
Yeah,
give credit where credit's due.
I agree with that.
Okay, yeah, just a motion to receive. Moved to second it. Call the question, all in favor, closed, motion carried. Thank you very much. See you on Saturday.
yes, thank
So
you.
where am I gonna meet you?
Why don't we meet here?
Okay.
I can send you.
What time?
It'll be 11:45.
11:45? Okay, see you here.
I may join you,
Excellent,
yeah,
okay.
but only if Russell's gonna take me for a beer afterwards.
Yeah. I know where we'll go.
Thank you.
The
Thanks, Alison.
brewery at the far end of Main Street in Lillooet.
Okay, 8 directors reports, 8.1. Sea to Sky Hospice Society Art Display, Director Rainbow.
Oh, yeah. What do I need to tell you about that? Do I need to say anything? I'll just move it.
It's
Yeah.
well written,
It's
Okay,
in-
moved.
seconded.
Okay, moved and seconded, call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. And then we have correspondence for action,
Conflict of
request for
interest.
funding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll have to declare a conflict of interest,
yep,
as my daughter is an employee of the BRVCA and my wife is a director of the board.
right on. Okay,
It's- Let's do that last one.
so 9.1, request for funding Bridge River Valley Community Association, writing lawnmower replacement. Bridge River Valley Community Association requests funding of 364078 from electoral area A select funds towards purchases of riding lawnmower, and I'll move that. So second that, so moved and second and call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to ask that 8.1 Hospice Society Art Display. I've been thinking on the way up that maybe I should declare a conflict on that because I'm a member of the committee that asked for that. I probably should have done, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how do we want to do that?
Is there any way you can, I can,
Rewind, erase.
Well, you know what? He's already, he's declared the conflict now after the fact, but it's in open that he's done that. So does that not justify the vote that we took on it?
Yeah, maybe we could at a recess look at procedurally what we need to do, and we probably need to, you know, like rescind may not be the right word, but rescind it, go back and put it before the committee again.
Yeah,
Let's just do that.
let's just do that now. Then can we do that now?
So I'll make
Okay.
a motion to rescind.
Yeah, I'll second it.
All right, and
Okay,
then director.
call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried.
oh, so I'm declaring a
No, no,
conflict.
there's just a rescind.
Oh,
Yeah,
And now, yeah, sorry, go
now
ahead.
you're on that item.
yeah,
So I'm going to declare a conflict
Yeah.
because I'm a member of the art committee for the Hospice Society.
Okay. okay, and I will move then.
I'll second that.
Can't I read? We already know it. Okay, moved and seconded. Call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
Thank
good. That's good.
okay, 9.2, Tony, wherever you are. Okay, 9.2, request for funding Skate Lillooet, 23-24 operational costs. Skate Lillooet request funding of 2,500 from electoral area B select funds towards operational costs for the 23-24 season.
So I'd like to move $2,500 from electoral area B select funds towards operational costs for the 23-24 season for Skate Lillooet.
Okay, I'll second that. And call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. Request for funding Mizaki House Society Indigenous Tourism Projects. Vivian?
I'd like to move this one to funding of $1,750 from electoral area B select funds to support the Indigenous tourism projects of our Miyazaki House in Lillooet.
Second,
Moved and seconded, call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. 9.4, request for funding Lillooet Friendship Center Society Owl Bus.
And again, I'd like to move funding of 2,500 from electoral area B select funds. Continued operation of the Owl Bus service. It's a valuable little service.
Okay, seconded.
Second.
So moved and seconded, call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. 9.5,
Just a question, could you just remind us what that owl bus does? Sorry.
Yep, it's really sort of under the umbrella of the Friendship Center. And we have no public transportation. There's a health bus that goes to Kamloops with priority of health patients. So that's just by the Kamloops. Tuesdays and Thursdays it goes via Lytton. That's most of your day on health bus. This owl bus is running vulnerable people or people that just don't have money to get, mostly related to seeking services of one kind or another in Kamloops, but a lot of runs to Whistler area and Pemberton. So, and they sort of go on an as needed basis. It's really a shoestring service, but it's a really vitally important one for the people that need it. So.
very good.
I fully support that. The reason I ask that is sometimes it's in an open meeting. We say owl bus, if anybody's listening,
Right,
they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They haven't got access to.
right. Thank you.
Friendship Center does some amazing stuff.
They do.
Okay, 9.5, request for funding, Pemberton Young Life Permanent Committee request funding 3,500 from electoral area C. And that will be amenity funds towards youth programming in the Pemberton area. And I'll move that.
I'll
So
second
second it. So moved and seconded, call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. So that'll go forward to the board then for final approval. Correct? Okay, and then 9.6, pardon me?
That's amended.
Yes.
Yeah.
9.6, Pemberton Wildlife Association Shooting Range Property Tax Exemption, District Lot 4096. And I will move this.
So is this is a recommendation to the board?
Yes, we do this every year.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll second that.
Okay. So moved and seconded, call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried.
I'll support it, but I'll ask the question again, is about the disposal of all the lead that will be accumulating on the property. I
Yeah.
did have asked that before.
Yeah, you have, and it's all recycled.
Perfect.
Just a quick, that range was upgraded to military standards just before the Olympics. Because they shut the thing down to the public so that only the military and the RCMP could use that range for, I think it was like 6 or 10 months before, during, and after the Olympics for all the security folks. And so that range was, it was built to military standards, and in that it had all the abilities to reclaim all the material, right?
That's true.
Just on this topic, the Reserve Valley Rod and Gun Club, they still got the tenure in. We're almost into year 3 of waiting to get that tenure. But in communications with them, I was able to get a couple of documents that they could work on to get ready for it. One of them was lead abatement.
Yeah,
So they actually have to have a plan, lead abatement plan to get their tenure.
seeing a lot of ammunition now is not even lead based anymore. So that's all good. Anyways, 10, decision on late business.
We have,
No, they're-
updated.
Yeah,
That's
that the additional late
okay.
business days be considered at this meeting. Moved and seconded.
So moved.
Call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. Okay, late business, director's report, Sea to Sky Hospice Society Totem Pole, Director Rainbow.
I'm going to declare a conflict for 11.1 and 11.2.
Okay,
Can I do it at the same time, Angela? It's for different reasons.
Yeah, then we'll do them separately.
separately.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so 11.1, same as the previous motion, I'm a member of the Cedar Sky Hospice
Yep,
Art Committee.
That's
I'd like to move for this.
yep. Okay, so request that 13,6,500 from electoral area C and 6,500 from electoral area D. Amenity funds be granted to the Cedar Sky Hospice Society for the commissioning of a totem pole, and that any remaining funds from the project be put towards the upkeep of the hospice gardens. I'll move that.
I'll second it.
Second it.
And this has to go to the board too, right?
Yeah. Call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. So he's got to come back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this last one here. Normally, I don't declare a conflict for Ferry Creek Community Association, but this time I will because the committee involved is chaired by my wife.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so Furry Creek Community Association Community Building Events. That are the sum of 1,000 be granted to the Furry Creek Community Association from Area D select funds towards 2 community building events, Dinner and White and Oktoberfest. And I'll move that. Seconded. So moved and seconded, call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carries. Thank you. And now 11.3. Correspondence for action, request for funding Pembina Meadows Fire Association water tanker truck. Pembina Meadows Fire Association requests up to 20,000 from electoral area C amenity funds towards the purchase of a used water tanker truck. And so what the deal is, these guys we've been talking about this for a couple of years now because they've got contact with the Bonneville municipal district of Bonneville in Alberta. So they turn their trucks over every 10 years because they get a lot of money from the Alberta oil sands to keep their equipment right up to date. Pembina Meadows bought a pumper truck from them 3 or 4 years back. Now they're want to get this. The truck won't be available till about this time next year because their new ones won't come till this time next year. But just want to get all the financing in place. They have a grant writer who's writing grants. We figure that it'll be around 50 or 60, well, say 60 to, say 70, $80,000 maximum. So they have to have money up front.
Yeah.
You know, to put the grant for it. So anyways, that's what this 20,000, up to 20,000 is for. So I will move that. Seconded, and just move to second and call the question, all in favor, opposed, motion carried. There'll be something similar coming forward from the Burkett Fire Department because they're putting in for a pumper. And that won't be ready till next year either. So anyway.
I'll ask a question. You know that Britannia, they're retiring the Quint, the old Quint.
Yeah.
Is there a place for that somewhere else in the regional district in your area?
Yeah, we need to think about that.
I know Rob Van Dorn's looking at it. I just thought I'd mention it to you right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll talk to Chief Rob Van Dorn.
Yeah. Because
the ladder truck that they have in Pembina Meadows Department now is 1970s, 82, I guess. So, yeah, it's near the end of its life. It's in wonderful shape. But to upgrade that one step further would be, yeah. So anyways, I'll talk to the chief and see what we need to do to facilitate that.
There has, I recall last time Britannia Beach retired a passenger van thing.
Yeah.
And it went to Seaton and Area B had to contribute a couple of $1,000s to Area D.
Yeah.
EAD tax.
And we
basically.
bought the truck from Garibaldi for Burke and
Yeah,
that was
so,
$8,000. So that went from area C to,
so I'm on the lookout for a fire truck,
yeah,
but I was thinking that, if the Quint could be used somewhere else. Now, if that means that they then no longer need what they've got.
yeah.
if
You
that-
want to ship one to Mexico?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But if it can't be used somewhere else and.
Yeah. No, good idea.
Area M.
Area M, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still looking for your cast off outhouses from area D for area B.
Okay, hold it, folks. One more thing. Director's notice of motion? None. And
Move
adjournment. Tony?
I'll move adjournment.
Okay.
And Maud sent me a note that just to say UBCM and FireSmart have just announced that fuel mitigation on private property will be back as an eligible activity for funding this year. I'm really happy to hear that because that's been really successful in area B. So,
And a comment about fire.
well,
We had that meeting at Black Task Group.
Oh,
Where,
yes.
where the people are upset, why do we need this truck? And all that kind of stuff.
No,
And then last
Hey,
weekend-
we just need to move and second the adjournment.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we just had a move. We just.
seconds the adjournment.
Oh,
Okay. Call the question, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
all right.